Hello, welcome to our presentation. I'm Joshua, and today we'll be presenting about PRG 4205 ERP Programming Group Assignment. In this presentation, we'll be showcasing how HydroPro is using Voodoo ERP system to streamline its operation, from managing sales orders to handling inventory and manufacturing. HydroPro is a company specializing in high quality stainless steel water bottles. For this demonstration, we'll focus on the HydroPro 750 ml bottle. Udo is a open source enterprise resource planning system that helps businesses manage all aspects of their operation, from sales and inventory to manufacturing and accounting. Udo integrates these processes into one platform. With Udo, HydroPro can efficiently manage the entire life cycle of the 750 ml HydroPro bottle, from customer orders to product delivery. Now we will have a detailed look at how each processes work. Let's start with the sales and distribution model. The process begins with a customer, in this case, Spotty Mart Retail, requests a quotation for a specific product. Spotty Mart is sent a quotation with 50 units of the stainless steel bottle, which Udo automatically calculates the total with the tax included. The quotation also includes an expiry date which shows how long the deal is valid. Then, after the quotation is confirmed, it will be converted into a sales order. After the sales order is confirmed, Voodoo automatically generates an invoice based on the details in the sales order. This ensures that no manual invoicing is needed, minimizing errors and ensuring accuracy in financial transactions. In the invoice generated, it shows the product quantity, total amount, and not only that, it also shows the payment terms, which in this case is 45 days, and the delivery date. After the invoice is paid, it will show automatically on the corresponding invoice that it has been paid with the green line saying in payment.
So I'll be explaining about the inventory of our product. So basically, we are assuming a product as a hydropro. So for the product in manufacturing, we are assuming that the selling price will be 25 ringgit per unit, and the typical order quantity will go up to 500 units in one order. So to have the raw materials in the inventory section, we have to create them directly from the order system. So you can easily do it from the inventory section. So we just have to go through in the inventory and select products. And in a new product, we have to select the vendors and then the qualities and the unit price for the selected raw materials. And then when we confirm the product, a new material will be created in the product section, which you can directly see from the sales order. So to have the raw materials in our business organization is to order them through the vendors, and for this we have to create individual purchase orders from the vendors. So assuming that we need four raw materials to create for the individual products, we have to create four individual purchase orders from each of the vendors. So when we create the purchase orders, we will receive the good receipts from the vendors, and but that is when the products are delivered. So before the delivery, we can actually like have the required quantities of the products and also the unit prices. And so in this section, for this section, you can directly go from sales or the sales order option from Odoo. And for each individual raw material, we have to select the products and the providing vendors. And from that section, we can directly order each individual product. And when we are ordering, we can actually select if we want to receive the full order in one delivery or in several deliveries. And depending on that, we can also select payment option. So there's also a back ordering option in Odoo. So back ordering is basically when the vendor is unable to deliver the full quantity of the product. So for this example, let's say we ordered 100 quantities, but for the plastic cups, but the vendor was able to give us 80 of 80 units in one delivery. So uh, while receiving the goods order, we can directly create a back order to actually order the 20 quantity units again, so that the manufacturing is not hampered, because if you don't have the full amount at one for the manufacturing, the delivery date from our side will be delayed again. So when the vendors actually deliver the raw materials to our side, we also receive the good receipts. So in the good receipts, we can actually see the quantities and the unit prices, and also the total amount we have to pay to the vendors. So a good receipt can include all the details of the raw materials you ordered from the vendors. And why good receipt necessary is it helps us to keep track of each and every order. And by having the good receipts, we can actually track down all the raw materials and also update in the general ledger. So after our business receives the raw materials from the vendors, we can see that the on-hand quality quantity of individual raw materials will be updated as on-hand quantity. And from on-hand quantity, so basically the on-hand quantity and the receipt quantity is gonna be the same. The on-hand quantity means that how much materials we need for the manufacturing for a particular order, and the receipt quantity means that how much we actually receive from the vendor. So if the on-hand quantity is higher than the receipt quantity, then we have to reorder so that we can match the on-hand quantity, so that the manufacturing is not delayed. So in manufacturing, let's assume that outside the customer ordered us hydrochlorous 700 milliliter bottles of 500 units. So when we are actually manufacturing the product, we have to have all four of the raw materials in 500 quantities, so that we can match the required amount of raw materials to actually produce that material. So whenever the quantity is less, Odoo system will actually show the products which are unavailable, so we can reorder them again. On the next slide, I'll be explaining this. So before explaining the unavailability situation, the bills of material, something which we actually uh, key to like differentiate if we have the proper quantity of all the raw materials, because if we don't have if there's any insufficient materials, then we can see them from the bills of materials, and so we can directly reorder them from the vendors. And then we don't have to, so also to avoid back ordering, we can set a timeline for the vendors that in that amount of time they need to like uh, deliver us the product. So after the manufacturing is finished, the sales order that shows the order received from the customer can be delivered to the customers with the finished product. So this section actually has all the details of how much amount is due from the customer, and why this is necessary is it helps to keep track of the invoice receipts and the general ledger of from the bank. So for the previous slide where I said that if one raw material is unavailable or we have less in amount, so whenever while manufacturing we have less amount of a raw material, so the order system actually shows the needed amount and current quantity of the raw materials in this step. So from here, we can directly reorder the materials we need for the manufacturing, and after the products have been received by our side of the business, the system again shows that the products are available, and now we can start the manufacturing. So basically, after the reordering of the insufficient materials are being done, You can actually see in the order system that the quantity and the required amount of the finished product is similar in the final system. So we can actually start from the manufacturing. We can actually start the manufacturing in the assembly line, and while starting the manufacturing, we can actually have a finished product date so that we can actually give to the end customer and have a have the required time to finish the product. Even if there's one insufficient raw material and our side of the business already ordered that material from the vendor, the order system actually shows that when the product is expected to be delivered, so we can reschedule the manufacturing time on that date. So it helps to actually keep track of the manufacturing dates and also helps us to deliver the products to the end customer on time.
Now I'll explain about the accounting module. With all sales and purchases recorded in the system, Udo provides instant access to three important financial reports. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, we can see that the assets, the liability, and equity of the company. In this screenshot, we can see that the asset is more than the liability, which indicates that the company is financially stable. Now on to the next financial report, which is the income statement or profit and loss statement. In the income statement, it tracks the income and expenses of the company. And here it shows that the profit is more than the expenses, which means that the company is working on a profit. Now on to the last financial report, which is the cash flow statement. It shows the cash movement, whether there is an inflow of cash or outflow of cash. In this screenshot, we can see that it has positive cash flow, which shows good liquidity. Next, we move on to the profit driven operations planning, a crucial feature in Odoo that allows HydroPro to manage its profitability and make informed decisions. In Odoo, we can calculate cost, volume, profit, CVP metrics such as the break even point and contribution margin to understand how different factors affect profitability. We'll take the bottle as an example. Its selling price at RM 20 and variable cost at 12 ringgit and fixed cost at 5,000 per month. Using these values, we can calculate the contribution margin per unit, which is selling price minus variable cost, which is 8 ringgit per bottle. And to calculate break even point is fixed cost divided by contribution margin, which is 5k divided by 8, which is 625 bottles. So this means that at 625 bottles sold, it will cover all its costs and sales after and sales after that is profit.